is going on planet Earth? It's day 979 in a row. Renaissance Man Show. About to get into it like we do every single night. So subscribe, ding that bell, tell some friends, and I'll see you in a minute.
When the wind starts blowing, I'm going to find a way. Some night when the world stops hating, we're going to find a way. And I'll keep waiting until we find that day. Yeah, I bet I'll keep saying, I'll keep playing. Oh, until you meet us one day. Hey. Time to stop the hate. Stop the hate. Let's stop the hate, hey, yeah. It might be late, but let's stop the hate.
It's Sunday. It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
Looking for another way.
I'm here
to ease my mind and
help my living. It's a Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 979 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show, and we're going to get into it, just like we do every single night, so I hope you're excited about the trek, whatever we're going to do. I'm not sure what we're going to do. We're going to write some music, we're going to get into some comedy, we're going to maybe chat within a moment and see if something magical happens. That's what we do every night. Seems to happen over and over. So I'm glad you're here, and if you are here, spread the word. We're going to be here all night. And if you have subscribed to the show, also make sure that you've hit the notifications, because what happens is, even if you're subscribed, they won't tell you. Yeah, no, sorry, you didn't hit the notifications, which means you really didn't like the show. I told you they'll actually specifically not tell you about the show because you didn't subscribe and do the bell. They'll be like, oh, you didn't do the double-decker. My phone's making a lot of weird noises since it fell in the water the other night. But what are we going to do about that? Anyway, how's everybody doing out there? I dropped a really, really funny clip today that I didn't get to see. I wish I could have, but I was only able to do a little chatteroo. I was working. So I want to watch it with you guys. I don't know what came in over here. Let's check. Let me see what came in as the choice of the day.
Monday.com Work Docs is a new...
All right. Looks like a rant or a music is going to start us off. I'm going to go with music because we're still waiting for people to show. Nobody expects me on this early, which is fine, but I'm here earlier. So let's get the show going. And we're going to wrap up earlier, too, which is nice. It's a Sunday night, so we'll all get some rest. Anyway, I'm going to grab this guitar in a second as soon as we get Zabrowski out of here. You know, he's been a real pain in the neck lately. Always demanding. Listen, Zabrowsk, we're almost there. Just another 1 minute. Can you handle one more minute? I know you already got 1 foot out the door. What's that, Zabrowsk? No. I understand. You got places to be, things to do. No, it's fine. You could have gotten gas before. You know what I mean? You could have stopped to get gas on the way here instead of doing it on the way to your next gig. Would you have another woohoo or something? You know, look, I'm getting kind of sick of you double-deckering on us, you know? Like you're splitting your love between the Renaissance Man show and some other, like, fling. No, I don't even think they believe you when you say that. Just get to it. Get the other foot out the door. Let's go, Zabrosk. Give us the woohoo, and then you can go. Woohoo! Gotta admit, it's pretty freaking good. I gotta admit, Zabrosk, even though you got half a foot, half your body's out the door already. Joanne already notarized the check, and you're already on the way. But that woohoo was pretty freaking solid. It's almost like you were sitting there all night. You're just like, I'm not going anywhere after this woohoo. This is going to be the woohoo where afterwards I sit there and think about the woohoo for a while. Like, that was like the best woohoo ever. You know? That's what it sounded like. But, you know, Renaissance Man fam doesn't realize that you are a Grammy winner. You could just turn it on. You know, one foot out the door. All of a sudden, song's over. Woohoo! Grammy. No, he's out. He's got to go. So, Zabroski's on his way out. Rose, how are you? Good to see you. If you're here, if you're getting in slow, say hello and tell some friends you're here. We're going to be here all night. Well, at least for the next couple of hours. Now, man, I've got 5 pieces of music I'm still trying to edit. But I do feel like playing. So I guess we're going to have a 6th for me to add to the list. Add a 6th to the list. You know, we haven't gone to see Derek and Trevor and Madeline, stupid Julie, in a little while, you know. We're like, they're, you know, leeching it out. Leechy background and all, you know. We just haven't gone there, but I think it's about time. We bring in the special effects. No, not the pro form.
I see you,
no.
Francesca.
Francesca, I see you too, Francesca. You're going 3-4. Do it. I'm loving the feeling too.
Feeling the love.
I'm feeling the love. That's what I'm talking about.
Fitness changes lives.
It sure does.
Proform is changing fitness.
It is.
With
I'm doing
iFit,
it.
Personalized workouts and classes for every level, for every mood.
I agree.
For every passion.
That's how I fit
every
into it
body.
too.
Visit proform.com.
I'm thinking about doing that and visiting the Proform. So, guys, look, we're here. My foot's in the background. Okay, don't tell me we got kicked off the air. I will smack someone. I will smack the tuber. I'm getting notified. Okay, what are they messing with me for? Please tell me that we're on the air still. All right, I am going to do a little something here for you, okay? I got a foot in the friggin' fire. Dang, that feels good. I'm gonna play you like the Foot in the Fire jam. I gotta get some tape for this and really tape it down because it's kind of annoying. erase something, I think. Can't erase that. I think we got enough of that yesterday, so I took it off. We're good with that now. Now we're gonna move forward and we're gonna play something new. I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but Rose is here. Rose is a part of it. I'm just saying, Rose is here. Rose is gonna be a part of this song. She'd be like, "I was there for that one."
block your view of the sun. Wait for them to dissipate and get your warmth. Face up into the light, waiting for the moon to shine its light through there. At least illuminate the clouds so I can see at night. So clear now, I can see the stars gleaming down. Stargazing, stars raising their awareness and feeling it, connecting to the energy of the universe. Is there for you, is there all you got to do is attach to it, connect to it. Yeah, let it take you to somewhere, take you on a ride on a trip. Yeah, roller coaster ride, you don't know what's inside until you open it. Yeah, step on it. You gotta step on it. Cause you only got one day to play this game. Tomorrow is a new game. Get up and give it all you got. Set yourself up for the future, why not? But you can't give it if you sit on your backside and you don't do what you need to do. Step up, you got this moment, yeah. Get up, make it, you can own it, yeah. Like the moon and the sun and the stars. Interstellar travel, we're on the way. Which way we don't know, it unravels before our eyes. Before we wake a new place, yeah, where we're looking at some new space in the atmosphere. Yeah, I can notice it where we're going. Got no fear though, yeah, 'cause you can take me blow down to Earth or whatever you got. It's a new birth of a generation, yeah. No, there's no expiration date for you and me. No matter what they think, they can't put an end to you and me. Oh, how hard they try, push us down. You know I'm not listening to a sound. So, if you know you got one day and you must go all the way, what's the answer? What you gonna take from that? Yeah. And you're gonna sit back and wait. You got to make your own mark. You got to bake and make the old people get up and party with you. You've got to be your two ways. You've got to be the spark and change the world. And change the world. Oh, change the world. Oh, change the world. Yes, 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 yes. Change the world. 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 to change the world. Change the world. Change the world. Change the world. Trying to change the world. Change the world. Oh, we're gonna change the world. Change the world. Change the world. We get out there and do our thing and change the world. Oh, don't take no for an answer. No, you gotta convert all of the souls, yeah, and change the world. 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 Yeah, we'll change the world. We're going to change the world. Yeah. Change the world. Change the world. Change the world. Change the world. Oh, change the world. Change the world. Change the Some matter of time until we change the world. Oh yeah, it's only a matter of days till we change the world. It's only a matter of time till we change the world. You and me to change the world. Change the world. Change the world. Are you ready for the Renaissance? We're going to change the world. We're going to think at a higher level. Going to respect each other and love one another. Yeah, give each other the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, like we used to way before all of this division. I hope it's not just a vision I'm seeing. No, I think it's gonna come to fruition. Yeah, I'm just gonna show up until we do. It's just my mission. Bring this world together when you know they want us apart. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop, no. We're just the rhythm of
like a muscle car from 0 to 60 in 1.2. You say, holy cow, how fast it go. You couldn't stop that guy, no, yeah. I'm gonna blow the doors off as it flows. Yeah, it's time we change the world. Yeah, let's change the world. Change the world, yeah. Let's change the world, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, change the world. Change the world. Show up and come together, let's change the world. Yeah, let's change the world. And change the world. Change the world. We have a couple songs. Heal the World I did. Change the world. Change the world. Oh. About time we change the world. Yes. Change the world. Oh, oh. Yeah, change the world. That's right, we got time, we can do it now. It's almost too late, yeah, but we could do it before we wake. In a dreamland, dream state.
break this fate. No, we gotta find a new way. Nothing can stop this motivation, yeah. The momentum is going to push us through, yeah. Because you can't stop the positive energy. You cannot stop it, no. It starts as it flows. Change the world, yeah. Change the world. Change the world. Change the world. Change the world.
You did Travolta? Can't believe you Travolta. You know, you did a Travolta? When you try to change the world, you did a Travolta. There, did a little zip, zip, zippity-doo. But you can't do that. You can't go Travolta style. Out there, we're gonna say, what the hell you doing, man? You're crazy. Go back to Afghan. I can't say the rest of that word, because they're gonna take this stream down. You can't say those words, crazy man. Yeah, I know. But I'm trying to change the freaking world here, so why don't we just deal with it? Changing the world. Cool tune, right? Tune? Cool. How's everybody doing out there? So that was our Sunday Live Music Jam right there. We just changed the world in one song. Oh, man. I'll tell you, these songs, I don't intend, I don't know what I'm going to do when I start them, but they just become society songs. Always, they're society songs. I will quickly just chat about this topic I wanted to ask, because I don't know what the answer is. How do they know that the cow, strain is around now? That, the cow's going out there on the streets. He's out there in the middle of the fields going, moo. Like, how do we know that that's even a thing? How do we know that, you went like alpha, delta, beta, zigga, sigma, max? You know what I mean? Like, how do you even know? Like, what are we talking here? Because as far as I know, you go to like any of these drive-up locations, and they're like, hey, let me stick this thing up your, and then you're in the nostrils, you're feeling it, like, and then it's in the brain, and you're like, eh. And then you got that going, right? But then we find out that doesn't really tell you anything because it's not accurate at all. So where is this information coming from? We found 47 this, and then there's one over here, and everyone's getting this one. Like, where? How do you know? How do you know? As far as I know, like, it's no more than that thing that doesn't work. That's the only thing that I know of that is registering whether or not there's actually a case, let's call it. And so how do they know that the cows have arrived, right? I mean, like, what are we talking about here? Oh, the cows are here in the field. They're dropping deuces everywhere. Yeah, I know it. It's all over the States now. Everyone's got the deucer. Oh, they're out there and just doing their thing, and they got a deuceroo. Yeah, look, you should have known the cows were in the house. They're coming in. Their cows are coming to roost now, is what we are saying. And you got to stay away from the cow, because if you get the cow, it evades all things. The cow does. Yeah. So keep that in mind. If you get the cow, it's no good. You got to go to a hospitale and be like, hey, look, I got a freaking cow situation going on. They'll be like, oh, and you say, look, I'm here to get tested for huffing cow disease. And they're like, they'll let you in, Ooh, interesting. Look at what Raven just said there, because this is what I was almost going to say without getting too far into the woods. You guys know, because we were trying to keep things clean here. But what is a possibility that there is no such thing as, what we see, as what we're seeing, but there's actually all these other things being delivered. They're actually being delivered. You know what I mean? So it's not just like, oh, look what happened, and now we're here. No, there's like some other dude who's like, okay, let's put this one out there now. Okay, let's get another one out there. Let's call this one cow. You're killing it with the cow, you know what I mean? And you got the pooper coming out, and that's the problem why we have issues with the ozone. It's all the cows dropping poops. It's the methane problem coming from their hiney butts. You got a hiney butt situation with your cows. I'm sorry. You think I'm concerned about the way they sound in the field when they make that specific sound? I'm concerned about them going, moo. No, I'm not worried about that at all. You know what I mean? So that I'm not concerned about. I'm okay with that. The smell? Yeah, and the issue with my ozone layer above my property, I have a problem with. That I'm not good with. Okay, so if that requires a Vaxaroo, then I don't know. Maybe I'm on board. I can't, until you tell me what's going on with my cows, I don't know, But that's what's happening in the real world. Mr. V is in the house, and Johnny Can is in the house. I'm loving that. And Bradley Smith is cooking it, and Raven is here, of course, as I said, guys. I need to say it. Hammer Jam. Hammerlin Jamison. Look, I had a problem with Jamison. I was a 12-year-old, got kicked out of school for bringing a keg to school. And they're like, Hammer, you can't bring a keg to school. I said, can I bring a 6-pack of Jamison instead of a keg? I thought that was okay. They kicked me out again for drinking a 6-pack of Jamison during math class. Hammer, what are you doing? I'm just drinking my grandpappy's recipes, Jamison. By friggin' bottle 3, I was throwing him at the teacher. You start dancing, Teach. I'm sorry. She should have known better than to keep Hammer. Holy cow, guys. We need to change the world. We are changing the world, you and me. Because if you wake up and feel better tomorrow by showing up, then your world is changed. The reality is my mission of changing the entire world is pretty ignorant, I'm not ignorant, I know it's impossible to get every person on the planet to come together with us. I understand that. But I'm still going to try, I don't think that it's something I will give up on. You guys, we have a special call coming in from my brother Tom Murphy. Tom, this may not work. I have an issue with my phone. Last time I plugged this in, my phone died for the night because of the water situation. I'm a little nervous to try this right now. All right, we're going to give it a shot. I hope it works. Tom, you there?
Mark, how are you, buddy?
My brother. Guys, we're on the air with brother Tom Murphy. How are you, pal?
I'm doing well, and I got to tell you something, Mark. You say that you think that you only go out to, a small number of people. Let me tell you, from Minnesota all the way back down to Arizona, all the way back out to South Carolina, everybody knew who Mark Pires was.
What?
And they would sing, well, yes, absolutely. They were singing at least one of your songs. Everybody knew who Mark Pires was.
Are you serious? Nobody knows who this show is, dude.
No, I know.
Except for our family here.
You get out more than you know, man. You get out and you get replayed, and let me just turn down this darn TV.
It's good to hear your voice, buddy. Guys, first of all, I want to point out, too, that our brother Tom Murphy is a veteran, and he gave, ultimate sacrifice. He put his body on the line for this country, and we all owe him a moment of gratitude and appreciation for doing that. I've said it to Tom before multiple times, but I'm so thankful to Tom specifically and to every other serviceman and servicewoman in this country, because they gave me an opportunity to sit here and do this. They give me an opportunity to find my creativity. And honestly, if we didn't have people like Tom in this world, I would never be able to have that opportunity. So thank you, my brother.
No, absolutely. I just, something swelled up in my heart to say, I need to call Mark and say, hey, you get out there more than you know. I miss you. I miss talking with you guys. Mark, you're definitely very special to me, and I appreciate you. Everything that you do for me as well. I love you, man.
I love you too, brother. I really do. I love all of you guys. Like, I hope you know that. Like, you mean so much to me. You're like this whole planet does. And that's such a weird thing, because a lot of people are mean and vengeful. But I still have love for them. And I think that if they can understand that people aren't mean, there's a lot of good in this world. If we can,
Absolutely.
if we can connect with it, we can find ourselves in a better place. But it does require us worrying about each other and not being so selfish. You know what I mean?
Very true. Very true.
So how are you doing, buddy? Wait, can you tell me? Did you start a channel?
Well, I've got one. I've got like 12 videos on it. And I mean, they're, just all beginner type, clips and whatnot. But yeah, I mean,
Please
I
put
would love to be able to,
throw the link in the chat, please. I'm gonna subscribe myself. And so, what are you doing content on? What are you putting out there?
Well, I'm turning my pride back into, the what it means to, be alive, be happy, be doing things that I love, be talking to people that I love, and knowing that our generations here are very special people, and believe me, everybody, your lives touch more than what you realize, and that goes for everybody out there.
So true. Everybody does have more of a reach than they believe, and energy is so powerful. And, I'm glad you're doing that because honestly, I met another individual. I actually sold his house a few years back. I was just thinking about this because he's doing like a pilot he wrote a book and everything about this experience. But unfortunately, he had lost his wife, like, the worst way possible, which is, I mean, I guess I could say because I'm not saying who it is, but she took her life. And so he, obviously it's a very, very hard thing for anybody to deal with. So his whole book was about, coming back to life from that, and that's a hard thing to do as a spouse. So his book was about that. And it's basically very similar to what you're saying too, is you've understood the hardest of life where your mind is thinking things that you don't want to be thinking, and to be talking about how grateful you are for your existence and to be able to do the things you love and to find joy after going through really, really tough times is a really cool channel. That's a very cool thing. I hope everybody follows that because Tom's sharing a piece of his heart with everybody. That's just awesome.
Yeah. But hello?
I'm here, brother. Can you hear me?
Oh, I thought maybe I had lost you. Yeah, but I mean, I guess the last thing, and I know that I called you right in the middle of your show. I was laughing. Good, but I just wanted I wanted to thank you personally, Mark, for being a friend to me when you didn't have to be. You didn't have to be a friend to me. Somebody that said, "Hey, you're one of my friends," and I hope Mark, that you're one of my very, very good friends too.
That means a lot, Tom. And it makes me sad, to be honest, that people have a hard time, connecting with others. And I've talked to a few people online this way where they said, it's amazing. Wages, even my brother Wages said a few times too, the relationship that's, some of us we haven't met, but the strength of the relationship that some of us have built, just being online, and Tom being a moderator and like just connecting with everybody. It's an amazing thing, and to show that people can care across, an internet line, when it's hard to find people that you pass on a daily basis to show you they care. It's a very, very powerful thing. So I feel the same way, Tom. And we're in a time in life where we need to connect with as many people that are like-minded, or at least have a heart that's open and a heart that can grow. We don't want to be around people who are shutting down the opportunity to let their happiness grow. Right.
And that's why they call you the Renaissance man.
My brother, I'm so glad you called in. Are you gonna stick around in the chat?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the chat tonight.
I got I put this clip out earlier. I'm loving this whole Zabrowski and Joanne thing. I don't know what it is. Like, it's such silly stuff. I was just thinking about, like, I have two imaginary characters in the room. And now I guess I have a producer for the show, Tom. We got a producer over here, but she's terrible. Did you hear her filing yesterday in the background?
Yeah, yeah.
What is she doing?
Matter of fact, I remember, I think the very first time that you talked about that.
About Joanne?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
It was early on of doing even the beginnings of like the Superman stuff.
Yeah,
The Supermark.
Supermark. So what's interesting is we have, because you're right, we have a few. So we have Susan. Susan is with Supermark. We also have, what was it? Susan and Sandra. Susan and Sandra are for Supermark. Joanne is my producer. She just came out of nowhere, I think 4 weeks ago. I just started yelling at some lady about, what's that, Joanne? And now she's right now, Zabrowski's check. She's opened up the Zabrowski file, but she's doing that like mid-show, which, I mean, seriously, like, I don't need that racket in the background, Tom, right? But but it's fun to have imaginary characters. I was thinking about something that was kind of weird, Tom. I was like, okay, what if this, we get to a point where I do have people to work off of? It's almost like this part of the show dies. You know what I mean? Where I'm doing this, talking to random people that aren't here, is a very cool part of the show. And if eventually you get to the point where you're working off of real human beings, that part of the show just no longer exists, which kind of sucks.
Right,
I was like, maybe I'm always going to just do this show. I don't want to ever work off of people,
But I mean, even on those days, I'm telling you, the people in the chat are communicating, and
totally.
they're like, hey, did you catch Mark's show? Or hey, were you there? Were you watching it? I mean, people are still connecting off of you and everybody that you reach.
Well, I can't thank you enough, and all of you for continuing to spread the word, because that is how we're going to beat the the grip that they have over this show. And I'm not really concerned at all. I mean, I'm having so much fun. I love connecting with you guys, and this show is about leaving content for the world. It would be nice if they find it while I'm here, but at the end of the day, it's about leaving content for the world. And if you tell me people are out there seeing it, that's all I need to know, is that it is getting out there. Whether or not I'm able to see that, I'm physically able to visually recognize it or whatever, that's not a concern. But if people, even Trish the other day said too, she sent me a nice note. She just said, this show is very important to me. That meant a lot to me. To know that Trish looks forward to the show, like, that's a very powerful thought for me. And so I love hearing back from everybody and knowing that they're spreading the word. Like, Trish bought all the albums. I was like, that's so cool. So thank you, Trish. It's awesome to have support from you guys. I really appreciate it, because getting love back is really kind of cool, to be honest. I've just been always concerned with sharing it because I feel like the world needs it, but it is so cool getting it back from you guys. So I really appreciate it. I really do.
Absolutely. So you guys make sure you stick around, pass it, let everybody know that, hey, Mark Pires is, he's real and he's where it's at.
And guys, we're at tomorrow's day 7. Oh, not 7. You see what I do sometimes? I can't believe how far I am. 980 in a row tomorrow. We are 20 days away. Holy cow. Unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
I was thinking, Tom, what do you think about doing? I was thinking I almost wrote this in tonight, and then you called, which is so crazy. I almost wrote in as one of the options, like a family call-in. What would be a good night to do, like a family call-in night where everybody can call in and, have a chat?
Maybe like 999.
999, or maybe that's a good idea. The day before 1000 to do a family call-in.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That's a really good idea, and I can start promoting that now. We're going to probably have a couple of bad apples in the mix, but you know what? Who the hell cares? We're having a good time.
Right.
But listen, my brother, thank you so much for the call. I love you, bro. And
love you too.
Continue to drop that. Please put your link in the description or in the chat here so we could all give you a follow. And and guys, stick around. We have a lot more coming up.
All right, brother. God bless you guys.
Thank you, Tom. You're the man, brother. Be
Thanks,
good. Have
Mark.
a good night, okay?
Bye.
Bye, buddy. Guys, how awesome is it having Tom on here? I love Tom. What a great guy. I love connecting with all of you. Like I said, it really means a lot to know that I come back and I'll see Rose, I'll see Vance, I'll see Johnny and Bradley. And you see the same people coming back. It means a lot because it tells me at least you're enjoying where the show is going. Like, it's funny. Some of the content is specific to the point where you need to know the show to understand who the hell's Zabrowski, who's Joanne. Spider Mark, Bat Mark, even those things, you're kind of like, what's going on here? You have to sit here for like a full bit to understand what's happening. And a lot of these bits are attached, Back to the Future Mark, you got Stuck on Mars. All these things are like, you'd have to know the show. You know what I mean? But let me play this for you guys. This came out today. I really, really laughed hard when I was putting this together. And it's a funny, funny bit called Deal of the Century. I hope you enjoy. Zabrowski, I think I know, dude. You want to get going. It's Saturday night. And I started late. I'm sorry. He was here at 10:15 and he's like, where is Mark? No, I told you I had things to do. You didn't get my text message? I left you a text. No, just do your job now, okay? This is what you get paid the big bucks for. Give us the woohoo. Woohoo! He still pulls it like out, you know what I mean? He's pissed off. Why did you leave me waiting? I'm here. Leave me in the lurch. 45-minute wait. Did you hear that woohoo? That was a solid woohoo for a 45-minute delay. Like, he gave it to us. He was like, you know what? Even though this was very unprofessional of Mark, I'm going to still be the professional I am as Zabrosk. I'm dropping a Grammy performance. That's what we just got, Oh, where were you, Mark? I got here at 10:15. I know. I sent you a text. No, Zabrowski, you need to start reading your text messages. I know what you were playing. What were you doing? You're like sending like little messages back and forth between you and your wife. I can't wait until I finish my woohoo so I can go home and snuggle. What were you doing? No, listen, it was still very good. And you're not getting paid overtime. I'm sorry. Look, sometimes you have to realize that life happens. And I can't get here for the 10:30 start. And I was starting a little later. And on those days, you got to just think about the other 977 days prior to today that you got a freaking paycheck, right? I mean, like, you're going to complain? We went over last week how interesting it is that you're always like, come on, let's go. Get my woo-woo out. And then you'll bring, like, your favorite novel to the bank as you wait for the check to be cashed. You're like, whatever. You do you. I'll sit over here. I'm on chapter 3. There's 37. And you're just like, oh, you guys are, oh, no, I'm good. I'm on chapter 8 now. This one's a thriller. No, I really want to see what happens at the end of chapter 8. So if you got things to do right now, don't worry about it. My check, as long as the cash is good, let me finish chapter 8. And I'll come on over there. And we'll finish up this transaction. I know you, Zabrosk. I understand you got some weird things going on. It's like immediately in this and then like whatever on that. Some people just have nerve, Like, what's that, Joanne? No, I told him that, he should give a little bit more respect to the show. And then maybe just be like, hey, guys, whatever. Whenever you want to do it, Mark, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to give a woohoo. But instead, Zabrosk. That's why I'm so stringent about the quality of the woohoo. If it's not good, I'm throwing a shoe at you. You got to watch out, Zabrosk. Like, you got to be prepared for a potential projectile to be thrown in your direction when you don't do a good woohoo. You're like, woohoo! What happened? I'm trying to get ready for the show. I'm trying to get up here, and you're getting woohoo like that? Like, what are you doing? I'm at a loss, really, for Zabrosk. Like, no, Zabrosk. You don't have to explain any further. We get it. Grammy. He's like, look, I'm a Grammy winner. Look, they heard you. Nobody wants to hear that. Like, that you're all Grammy'd. Like, look at me. Well, and that's why, look, you managed to get here on time today. While you were polishing your Grammys, you still got here on time. And I couldn't get here on time for the start of the show. But you're getting a freaking check. Joanne has it for you at the door. So enjoy it. Enjoy that novel, too. How does it finish up? Let us know. What's that, Joanne? Oh, yeah, no, I signed it already. Just freaking give it to him. You know what, Joanne? I'm kind of sick, of you asking all the questions mid-show. I'm in the middle of the show, Renaissance Man Family. You're back there in my ear. Most people would have a hard time continuing on the path, continuing with the show. When you got that going on, you know, like, how do you guys even tolerate it? Like, you're trying to focus in on what I'm saying, and all you hear is freaking Joanne back there, you know, like she's, you know, filing. Like, I don't want to hear you filing. Can't you file when I'm not on the air? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? I'm here trying to get into this quiet mode, you know what I mean? Where I'm just like, and all I hear is freaking paper shuffling back there. Oh my goodness. It's unbelievable. No, Joanne, listen, no excuses. I don't care if you have another job that actually pays you and, you know, you're trying to make it work with doll hairs. I'm giving you the doll hairs, 500 an episode. Don't, like, poo-poo that. You can go online and sell those doll hairs to someone in India. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but I think that there's a market for that. So I'm giving you 500 doll hairs per episode. You got to file a mid soliloquy. I'm right in the middle of a monologue, and you're. Oh, let me put the Zabrowski file back. I can't believe that. You know what I mean? And I'm still waiting for my first interview. She's like, I'm going to get you interviews. She just brought me one freaking interview. I'm here. I'm like, look, let's do some Renaissance Man interviews. Like, what do you want? Who do you want to talk to? I'm like, anybody, Joanne. Listen, I'll have anybody in the world who's got a passion that wants to discuss it. And I don't care. I'm not going to research. I just want to have a conversation with them and get to the human level. And she's like, I got you. We're going to make this like an interview a night, Mark. I said, look, Joanne, that's my vision. My vision for the show is we have a live song, we have a live piece of comedy, we have some inspiration, and then we have a call-in view / like interview. Every freaking day. I'm here every day. Why not have an interview every day? She's like, I got you, Mark. Guess what? Guess how many interviews we've had since we brought on Joanne? That's a 0. Yeah, we've had, I don't know. No, Joanne, don't give it to me like, oh, I left messages. She's leaving messages for people. You can't call back twice. You can't try to see if you can send like a follow-up. Oh, I left messages. You know what? I'm not sure this is working out, Joanne. I may have to start interviewing new producers to back up the Renaissance Man show because I need somebody to take care of Zabrowski. Somebody to keep him like pampered, keep him happy, keep that microphone nice and balanced, you know what I mean? So he's ready for his woohoo. And you open the door, close the door for Zabrowski. You know, you got to make sure that's what I need from a producer. But then that producer also must find us an interview a day. I mean, that's just kind of like par for the course. And also accept $500 hairs per day. Yeah, you know, that one I don't think I'm going to be able to get anybody else to go for. Joanne, she didn't read the freaking contract. She's like, oh, $500? Okay. No, doll hairs. You gonna get dollars?
David, you know, we come out here for the winter to be with you, and it's like you're not even here with us.
I'm sorry, guys.
You gotta listen, you know? Oh, I thought you had a speech impediment, Mark. No, I didn't have a speech impediment. I said to you, doll hairs. And you're like, I can go for $500 a day. How about $500 a day? How you doing with that one? You're sitting there at home collecting bags of freaking doll hairs. You got like a full closet worth of doll hairs already in 4 weeks. We're filling it up. Your whole house would be doll hairs. I'm getting different colors. And then it's just going to be like some weird, ugly, like, mess. You know what I mean? Like people are going to try, one day they're going to call you the hoarder, like the hair hoarder. You're like the hair hoarder. Everybody's like, remember the lady? She's the hair hoarder. I'm like, what? What do you mean? You go in the house, freaking hair pours all over out on to you as well. And you can, and she also used some sort of product where it sticks to your skin, so you can't get it off once it's on. You walk around like a cat. That's what you're going for, right there. But you went, you know, look, you can't break the contract, no, unfortunately, because there is a life or death clause at the bottom. If you don't Zabrowski it, if you don't take care of Zabrowski, keep him happy, if you don't live up to your contractual obligations, you die. It's not even like you quit or like, you know, you do something else, someone else hires you. Nope. Once you join the Renaissance Man show, it's life or death. I mean, bottom line, like, I thought you knew that. That's why Zabrowski's been with us every single day. He knows, like, it's like, look, I got a gig. It's life or death. I'm going to bring it. You better. What did he give tonight, guys? What did you give Zabrowski on his woohoo tonight? Did we get a number? I didn't get a chance to look through the chat. But usually it's a number between 1 and 10. There's been a few that are like in the mid threes. Zabrowski went home crying on those nights. So guys, don't be too difficult on Zabrowski when it comes to giving him your 1 to 10. But I think it's probably, to me, Zabrowski, that today was probably in the I'd say today was in the 8 range, guys. What do you think? Like, he brought it. I think it was because he was pissed off. He's pissed off that I left him in the lurch. And then he just went like, I'm going to go after it tonight. And I'm going to give Mark the shivers. He's got to start the show up here. You know what I mean? And so, Zabrowski, you're a good guy. Joanne, give him the freaking check. And maybe your last task. I think I may have to hire somebody else. Because, Joanne, you're not pulling your weight at all. I'm going to file mid-show. Don't ever file mid-show. Nobody Renaissance Man fam wants to hear you. Zabrowski file. Like, what is going on with this guy? Anyway, how's everybody doing? I guess we started off with a little Zabrowski bit. It seems to be where we go with things. You know what I mean? Like, when you're a Zabrowski, you got to deal with it. I put that link in there. So you think you could dance? So you think you could dance? Really? Let's see. Let's see if you can really guys, dance. We're here again. It's day 974 in a row. We are literally 26 days away from the 1,000th day in a row of 2+ hours of live entertainment, live distraction from the negatube. This is the Positube. This is the location where we get together to generate love, light, and an opportunity to live in this moment here. How about that? Oh, you gotta go pay those bills. Oh, you gotta go get that appointment. Gotta bring the kids here. Gotta go do that. You know what? This is your time to shut it all off and show up here and smile, laugh, dance. Cheryl's gonna be dancing with me tonight, right, Cheryl? We're dancing. Woo! I'm just saying. I'm gonna be throwing some tracks on over here. I'll be dancing in the background. I'm gonna throw myself on the screen. I'm gonna do it. You better watch out. If I get up and I start cutting a rug, yeah, I'm gonna ask Sonny the Fist to go to the other state. If he's in the same state with me, I don't have enough room to move. I like to move. You know, I'm not like getting in it to just be like. I don't do that. I don't go. If I'm doing it, I'm like, right? I mean, you can't do like a little bit of a dance, you know? Oh, yeah, no, he went out and he really cut a rug. No, that's not how we roll. You got to bring it. You better like break a hip or something in the process of dancing it out that night. I had such a good time. Really, I'm in the hospital 3 weeks. I brought it. I didn't go and like I'm not going to go and put that myself at risk. I put myself at risk. I was like, whatever. If I can't get up after this, like I do like the whole whammaroo and then like I did a turbo landing on my head and then I did a spin wheel on my head spin. Yeah, boogaloo. You remember that. You know, look, if you're not going to get into a boogaloo production, you know, like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, turbo, doing a head spins, you know. Boom. You know, but when you're dancing, you know, I mean, like, you got to put it all into it, right? I mean, I've seen other people before, like, you go and you're like, is that guy serious? He's like, I'm like, is that guy, like, for real doing the point up at the sky? I'm waiting for someone to go, Banbanamero, Guantanamero. I'm like, that's what I'm waiting for. This guy's like, ooh, I don't want to go to a club to do a danceroo. And I got this guy over here going, don't do the point. Don't do, what are you doing? You're doing a point? You're there on the dance floor going, did you really do that? Was that you? You're like, you can't. You can't go on the dance floor and start doing the point. Like, now you're putting it on that guy? That guy was just there drinking and he's trying to have a sip of his champagne. And you put it on him, now he's got to go out. He's like, woo, yeah, I'm in it now. I'm in it now. You're bringing him in? Rodeo him? And all of a sudden he comes along for the party. You know, it's like sometimes people are like, they are a little over the line. You know what I mean? Like, who would do that? Most people be like, I respect your privacy. I respect your spatial, you know, there's a space thing going on with the Civet. You're over there, I'm over here. No, you're not. Ding, 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 ding. You bring him in, you know? And all of a sudden, champagne down, he's doing the lasso. He did the lasso? You don't go out on the dance floor and do the lasso? You're lassoing it? Yeah, I'm going to pull you in now. I lassoed you. Don't do a lasso. Okay, seriously. You do a lasso? Like, bartenders are throwing shots at you. Not to drink. They're literally throwing shots at you. Like, get the hell out of my bar with the stupid lasso. Nobody likes the lasso guy at a dance club. You know what I mean? And also, you never want to be the guy who's like, me? You, me, you, me. You don't want to be that guy either. You're out on the dance floor and you're like, you, me, you, me. You don't, you know, that's just like, at a certain point, people are just like, no, it's you, buddy. And they walk away, you know? And you're like, no, I was just trying to get you to be a part of the program. Danceroo, Saturday Night Fever. This guy, you seen this guy? All of a sudden he's like, don't do that. You don't walk into a club when everybody's like, and you go, you know, that's where I draw the line. I draw the line at the Travolta when you do the arm up in the sky. You know what I mean? Like, dun, 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 stay alive. I'm like, no, you're not staying alive. Get the hell out of here with your stupid lightning bolt situation thing going on. We're not bringing back the 70s. We're not into it. You're not going to be like wearing the bell bottoms again, okay? Leave the bell bottoms at home. We're talking 2021. You don't do a bell bottom situation in 2021, all right? And you definitely don't do like 5 things when you're on the dance floor. Never one of these. You never do one of the you, me, you, me. That's no good. And you definitely don't want to be like, because when you start pointing to people and putting that weight on their shoulders to show up and get down, that's a lot. That's like a lot for you to do. You know, so like give them their space. And then if they decide to come into the circle and be like, get down, but yeah, I'm getting down now, I'm in the circle. And they did the spinneroo and they come out and they go, don't ever do that. You don't ever want to do this. What is that? What are you doing, like a Travolta / like Uma Thurman? Yeah. You can't do a Travolta Uma Thurman. You know, like they're doing like the milkshake shuffle, Pulp Fiction style. And you're there going, you know, it's the dance moves like that really start to be like the next TikTok craze, you know? Like you're there going, you, me, and you're doing it all. All of a sudden, front page, FYP, TikTok. You're in the For You page, like all over it. Every single, look at that guy, he's there again, he's going, and then he went like this on that one. What about the time he was like, spinnerooing? There's like a basketball going around his shoulder. That one I was blown away by. You went like water in a pail? I'm going to turn into water. What are we doing? It's times like this, guys, where I question my sanity. Holy cow. Is that a new bit or what? So, let's get into it. We do have a woohoo still to get to. Zabrowski, do you mind if we go the song first, then come back to the woohoo? Do you have time? If I play a 4-minute song, you can beat along. I'll give you a beat seat if you want to tap-a-roo along while we listen to the tune. It's called Living Love. And, like, if you can't live love, right? I mean, like, what are we doing here? You come down, Renaissance man, and you're not living love? I'm not sure what to tell you then. Like, you got to go back to the city. I don't even want to see you. Are you coming on down here and you're not bringing love in the heart? Exploding with heart love? I guess that's just how you were brought up. Like, I don't know. What are we doing, Zabrosk? Like, is that who you're going to be? Is that who you're going to be going forward? That's fine. No. We'll do your woohoo first. You know, sometimes I just got to say, you know, Zabroski, I've been giving this gig. I've been giving it to you 974 days in a row. I want to play one bit before you do your woohoo, and you can't. Oh, whatever. You know, like, right? I mean, it's not fair. I give him the slot. He gets a check. I don't get it. He gets a check. Hey, Zabrosk, can you wait for one song? No, I got things to do. What, do you got to go to the grocery store? What are we doing? You know what? Just why don't you do the woohoo, and then you do you. I'll do me, and the rest of the show. All right, Zabroski, it's your moment. Your 15 minutes of fame. Woohoo! You did it again, buddy. Man, I got to tell you, that woohoo, it's like it almost gets better. Like, is that possible that it gets better? Like, I don't know how you're doing it, but you're adding more oomph into the who part. Like, the woo it feels the same in a way. It's like, woo, but the who is got some oomph to it, right? Tell me I'm wrong, that who doesn't have some extra oomph the last couple days. It's because we gave him a hard time. We told him we're keeping him in check. Zabrosk, listen, you know there's a meter. There's a meter. The Renaissance fam, they judge your woohoo based on a 1 to 10 scale. That's on you if they go with a 3 or a 4 because you just didn't give it your all that day, you know? But I gotta say, I'm pretty sure as soon as we start seeing that scale through, oh, Zabroski was a 9 tonight. Zabroski, that was an 8.6. I'm waiting, brother. I'll tell you, buddy, okay? You just need to chill it out for a minute. They're about to tell you how well you did. This is the test. You know, if you can't make it past the Renaissance fam with a good grade, you will not win Grammy next year. I'm just saying, your woohoo is just going to be like, we'll give it to the next guy. Zabrosk, we love you, bud. How could you not love the Zabrosk, right? I mean, he's doing his thing. Grammy winner and all, you know. Tomorrow he'll be back. He'll be back for his woohoo on day 980 in a row, and I'm sure it will be just as tasty as day 979. Look, you got to expect perfection from Zabrosk. At least I do. I'm like, if you don't bring it, you know what I mean? We're going to have a problem, Zabroski. So, Zabroski's become a major part of the show. Producer Joanne takes on the Zabroski file. That was yesterday's bit. We have 2 things she could dance to. Holy cow, the radio call-in contest was hilarious. We haven't gotten really any music still tonight, but we're kind of going through all these crazy bits. Concentrating while camping was pretty funny. Spider-Mark, pretzel, thief. You know, that's a short one. Let's do a little pretzel thief action. Check this out. A little like-a-roo. There's the link if you want to give it a like-a-roo and a share.
T-Mobile is upgrading
and tell
homes
your friends. Come on down, Renaissance Man Show every night at 10 p.m. You know,
chicken sandwich is the only chicken sandwich.
That's the only chicken sandwich.
One today.
One day. A couple people flip in there. They're not really involved with food. It's just like random stuff. Oh, I was on the street and I was walking my grandmother across the street and I had a pretzel in my hand. Spider-Mark came and stole the pretzel, shot me in the face with a spider web, and then also my grandmother tripped over me and she hurt herself. Thanks, Spider-Mark. He thanked me. He must have had a problem with his grandmother. Look, you got a problem with Grandma, and then you thank me for doing you the right way. Like, I did you right. You had the pretzel. You were walking an old lady across the street, and you didn't just give up that pretzel like willingly. Here you go, Spider-Mark, here, you want a pretzel? I expect that. Oh, there's Spider-Mark. Spider-Mark, I got a pretzel. You want it? You didn't do any of those 2 things. Like, if you did one of those 2 things, then I'm like, okay, this is a friend. This isn't an enemy of Spider-Mark, you know? But when you're there and you're like coveting that freaking pretzel, you're like, you walking like this, I think. You had Grandma and you're going like this. You had that pretzel. I don't know if you were hiding it from the smell, the stench from it coming up from that grate there or what, but you were covering it up. And that's what bothered me most. You cover up pretzel from Spider-Mark? I shot that. I got precision aim. You kidding me? Spider-Mark. I could shoot my web within a little space. You'd be like, how did you get it in there? And you're looking through it. I hit you in the eye. You shouldn't have been looking in there wondering how I got it through there. I got it through there while you were looking in there to prove to you that you're an idiot. You should never have done that, okay? Spider-Mark, shot that thing, got the spider, I got the pretzel, right? I swear he didn't care about his grandmother. Yeah, where's my pretzel? He threw his grandma to the ground. That's what I saw. Throws her to the ground. He trips over grandma in the process of yelling at Spider Mark. So I shot him again in the face with another spider web. Excuse me, you tripped over your grandmother. Didn't even see how she was doing. You cared about your dumb pretzel, which was delicious, by the way. Bye, Menon. Just a little something. Man, I love that bit. That bit gets me I love all Super Mark, Spider Mark stuff. It's all quite ridiculously silly and funny. Let's see what else we have here. Man, we got so many crazy bits, like the Bat Mark and the keys to the city. That was one of the silliest and funniest bits I've ever done. Well, not really, just a funny bit. There's too many to say that any of them are funnier than anything else. But I do want to, just make sure you guys are aware that there are other ways to make sure you are safe from the Civitaroo. You got to remember that there are things that you probably already have within your system that are protecting you. Yeah, they didn't let you know that, right? They're like, no, everybody's going to die. No. If you have the ultimate protection, and this one goes ways back, this is like ancient times. We're talking about like Stone Age, they were doing this. And then all of a sudden, we fast forward thousands of years, and there's a huge contingent of the population that has a protection because of this right here. They're all like, oh my goodness, that's right, I forgot about it. I filled them in.
Velvety, smooth.
Here we go. That's not it right there. Hold on,
mayo. The mayo with mayonnaise.
A couple people flip in there. Here we go. Angel's got it right. Circle, dot. Angel's got the cootie shot. Look, if you got a cootie shot, then you're good to go. Like, seriously, nobody realizes this. When I got the CDC notification, they're like, you need your Vaxaroo. I said, excuse me, circle, dot. I already got my freaking cootie shot. I don't need your Vaxaroo because my cootie shot, it's a double decker. It handles cooties and it also handles Civid-9. Look, you didn't realize it. Like, everybody's out there trying to, where do we find something we have in our arsenal already? We're looking at like dextromethorelin, and we're looking at hydroxyloxin, and we're looking at the other things that have to do with horses, And then all of a sudden, nobody thought about the cootie shot. If you had your cootie shot, then you're like good to go already. Like, I don't need a Vaxaroo, Fauci. Look, you're going to need your Vaxaroo. Dr. Fauci, I'm sorry. I actually don't need my Vaxaroo. Oh, why not? Everybody needs a Vaxaroo. You failed to let everybody know, like disclosure, unless you've had your cootie shot. I mean, where are we? We're in the year 2021, and you're not reminding people, the ones that got their cootie shot in school. You're good to go. You're like, a cootie shot? Put that out on the line. Joanne, do me a favor. Put out a memo. Cootie shot. The new CUREEE. We have to do that because they have bots. But Joanne, make sure you put that out ASAP. Yeah, ASAP Lunchables. And also, if you can, tweet it out to my, I think I've got 247 followers on Twitter. Tweet it out to my 247 followers on Twitter. Yeah. Don't put any hashtags, though. None. That's a trick. That's you make sure nobody sees it at all. But look, because Joanne, if we put it out there, that they're just going to rip it down anyway. So don't put the hashtags. Don't put things like hashtag Fauci the fraud. Joanne, you got your cootie shot, right? Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Angel Dreams had her cootie shot. I've had mine. You've had yours. We're like 100% right now. I'm pretty sure if you took a poll, you'd probably find that at least 73% of people have had their cootie shot. I did a circle, dot, dot. When I think it was third grade, the first time, it was Rebecca Morrison. She came over and she's like, you got the cooties. And I said, circle, dot, dot. Now I got the cootie shot. And I've been good ever since. You can't mess with a guy who's got his cootie shot and then tell him that he's got to also get a Vaxxaroo shot. I'm sorry. Wait a second. You want me to take your experimental, medicine, right? Instead of me having the time proven, right? This is through history. We've seen this in history. The cootie shot has held up through time. And you're going to tell me that, no, you need a Moderna. No, I'm sorry. I don't need anything from Bill Gates. I don't need Bill Gates. I don't want Bill Gates in my arm, okay? I got a cootie shot way back in the day. Rebecca Morrison. It was her fault. But I took the shot back then. I'm not taking another one. Fraud she. Look, seriously, when you're out there pushing yours when I already had the most thorough shot there is. You're talking about like measles, mumps. No, I had the cootie shot, and now I'm good. Yeah. So I want to thank Angel Dreams for reminding me that I have already antibodies within me because of the cootie shot. When you've got cootie shot antibodies, you're good. You heard it here first in the Renaissance Man Show. Thanks to Dr. Angel Dreams, who has filled us in. Dr. Angel Dreams is also going to be live tomorrow with Dr. Oz. Yeah, they're talking it out together about this new concept. So if you want to tune into that midday, what time was that again, Angel Dreams? I think it was like 3 o'clock. You're on with Dr. Oz, and you guys are going to talk about how you can literally curb this pandemic. Yep, with one simple phrase. One simple question, really. Have you had your cootie shot? By Menon. Oh, what a silly bit. You know, I just want to throw a tagline. Obviously, this show is satire. You know, I think the idea that, big tech in general would have any problem with a show that's satire is insane. You know, in the 100 years or whatever we've been, just about maybe 70 years that we've had, talkies. So we've actually had the ability to have audio and video together on film. And, there was always satire, political satire, satire in all aspects of life. This is the first time in history where they've gone after satire as well. Like, I understand you want to go after people who are creating issues that are speaking against something that have maybe the certain expertise, but when you have a comedian and you're shutting down comedy and satire, that may get people the wrong idea. No, it's comedy. Like, what? So in general, if you happen to be reviewing this show and you're like, this show was over the line and we're going to give it a yellow or whatever, why? It's a comedy show. It's satire. I could make jokes. If you can't handle a joke, that's on you, not on me. And you shouldn't be the ones who's judging what comedy is and what should be suitable for comedy. Comedy, all of it should be allowed. You don't cut pieces of comedy out because you think it may be the wrong message. That's not on you. You're not a comedian to decide what pieces of content to pull. I wish that there was a law firm I can get to back me up and go against these people. Not me, just all streamers. It's amazing when they're cutting you down from being yourself. You can't speak freely. No. You can't say that. Why? People don't have a mind of their own. They can't listen to information, decipher what they want from it, and say, you know what, I like this, I don't like that. You have to tell them what you want them to know and what you want them to believe. That's the only thing they're allowed to hear. Sounds awfully lot like communist Cuba. No thanks. I don't want to hear one message. I want to hear all of the messages. I want to hear everybody's opinion, and then I can make my own opinion based on what facts there are. When you hold facts, that is a red flag for me. Other countries are allowing certain treatments. You should be trying all things, and allow people to try things for themselves. That would be something. But I think the bigger problem here is if there wasn't a larger vision, then I think it would be okay. It's just there's a larger vision involved here, and it's not a good one for the, let's call them, anyone below the cream. and that it's a very, very thin group, but everybody else is in jeopardy, you know? And I think I just want to come out here and keep you guys away from it. I want to try to keep you away from all of the traps they're setting for us, you know? And if it happens by us playing some music or laughing, or even just talking about something to get away from it, that to me is what we need right now more than ever. You know, you walk through your life now, and everywhere you go, everybody is a potential threat. How crazy is that? Every single person you see, ooh, that person may have the civid. That person may be a spreader. And it's a weird place to come from where nobody trusts anybody anymore. Because they don't even know if they are going to feel good today and tomorrow they don't, or 3 days from now they don't. You know, it's a very, very weird and scary world because of that. And, you know, regardless of what happens in the next couple of months, when I do believe that this new cow situation becomes a major concern, and it happens right around that timeline of, you know, Halloween/Thanksgiving. And, you know, if you're faced with a situation where the cow can do what the hell it wants, you know what I mean? Like people who've been chilling it out and they're like, I'm good to go. No longer good to go. Guaranteed no longer good to go. You know what I mean? Like now it's kind of like we think this thing is okay, but we know it's not. I mean, just check out what's going on in friggin' Israel. It's not good. And I don't say friggin' in front of that in disrespect. I'm saying in disrespect to the civid. But if you went to Israel and you just were taking a look at what's happening there, that's a scary thing, a scary reality. And, you know, when you hear people say things like, oh, well, if everybody was to get on board, then we wouldn't have this issue. Well, we know that not to be true because of Israel, you know. You look there and you say, okay, well, something is not right if they're talking about a fourth time into the right or the left shoulder, you know. Yeah, and what's going on with Australia? Like, they've had, like, 3 cases, 3 deaths or something like that, and the whole country's been shut down for, like, ever. I feel bad for this world. Nobody's getting to enjoy their lives. They are squashing out literally a year plus, going on 2 years of our lives. Complete torture. And I told you, I think this goes on until 2025. It's so messed up that we're dealing with this for another 4 years. I could totally see. You know, it's a weird thing. I was telling someone that it's kind of tough when this entire last couple years, every time you've had some thought that someone's like, that's a conspiracy theory, they winds up just becoming conspiracies because it's truth. They become truth. And I'm like, man, I can't be on this much of a roll getting it right. And then you tell me, no, and me believe that your no means anything at all. You know, intuition is everything in this life. And I've been dealing with my intuition the whole time, and it tells me, no. It's still telling me no. And it's telling me no even more than ever. Not that that thing isn't scary to me. That thing is extremely scary to me. But it's still saying no because I think that freaking thing is a big problem. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it. There's a football player today who's got to take the rest of the season off. Like clots everywhere. Blood disease. Like some very rare blood disease came out of nowhere. What was something that happened? What did he do recently prior to this? Something that they made everybody do. Double-roo. He got a double-roo. And now he's out for the season. Clots everywhere. Rare blood disease. That scares the hell out of me. You know what I mean? Like, look. You're like 50-50, I think. I think you're like 50-50. You do that thing, you're 50-50 on you're good or something's going wrong. Where on the other thing, I think it's like 90 3% that you are totally good. And then there's like a 7% that you got like some long form thing going on afterwards. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I have no idea what the data says. We should look at that without looking at it, because we can't. We can't talk about it. I'm being extremely vague because I can't talk about anything anymore. I can't say anything. Where are people supposed to get their information from? Oh, they have to go to the two powers that are not being honest from the beginning of this entire thing. I saw the other day there was a breakdown on what they should do if there's an issue and they come to the Tidal. You go to the hospital, and you're there at the hospital, and you're there looking at this person, and they're like, this is what you give them if they have an issue with the vid. It's all crap. There was nothing there. They didn't allow you to try anything. There was nothing there. They wouldn't let you try anything. It was just like one thing, and that was it. And then they threw the other thing in that the fraud popped in there, and he was like, oh, yeah, this one brings down it does nothing. Does nothing. And then there's doctors that have discovered things that work. But I think the biggest problem is if they recognize anything else as being a benefit, then you no longer, I think, have the executive use. I'm thinking emergency use. That only happens when there are no other forms, when it truly is novel, you know. I don't know if this is, especially if there are things that do work, you know. But I don't know either, because like I said, I'm just here scared like anybody and everybody else, you know. This thing has not gotten any better. There were like 2 weeks, and we're going on 2 years, and we're on like 6th or 7th. We're dealing with the cow right now. Like, what's next? You know? So I just want to say, keep living your life. Be sure you're taking your vitamins, your minerals, you're keeping yourself up, you're exercising. But if you are someone who exercises a lot, be sure you're eating your vitamins and minerals, because what happens, I think, is the people who are deficient are the ones who have an issue with this thing. And I almost had a feeling like the people who are really in really good shape seem to have a hard time with this thing. And if that's the case, make sure you're not deficient on something, and just be ready, you know. And even if you've been rude, even if you've gone and done the double vaxxaroo, you need to get your vitamins and your minerals up, because people are getting this. Oscar De La Hoya, he's got it, and he's in the hospital right now. So pray that he's okay, you know. But it's scary when you've got a world who's pushing one specific agenda instead of looking at the whole and saying, look, you know what? This is a problem for everybody. Make sure you're taking your vitamins and your minerals. Make sure you're keeping yourself in the sun to get some extra vitamin D. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Why aren't we sharing? And that hasn't been said from the beginning of this. It's always been, we need that thing, that one thing. Well, that thing doesn't work. So what else could we do to keep ourselves prepped? Vitamins and minerals. You know what I mean? We need to, just boost up on things just to be prepared, whether you've gotten the rue or not, because people that are rude are getting the vid, and then it's not good. They're having a hard time with it. Some people aren't making it. Some people are having a hard time with it. You have people say, oh, well, it was not as bad as it would have been if I hadn't gotten the rue. I don't know if that's true. You may have gotten the same exact experience. You can't say anything. So the reality is we have to be prepared no matter what situation you're in, because it's bound to show its ugly face at all of our doorsteps at some point. And I know that what they have right now isn't going to be sufficient. And that's why they're like, let's throw a third, a fourth, a fifth in. What the are you kidding me? We're not doing that. We need to get our heads around this. Start thinking about the future instead of the present only. Oh, well, you may not have a future if you don't take that. No. Take this. You may not have a future because a couple years down the line, you're freaking disfigured. Something's going on. I don't know. Something is weird, Look what's going on with that dude. You don't know. We don't know what happens in 3 years. We don't know what happens in 18 months. What are we, 9 months in? 9 months, roughly? Yeah, 9 months in. Maybe 10 months in. I think 13 to 18 months is when things are going to really be interesting here. And I'm praying for the best for this planet, you know? And I think we can get somewhere better than where we are. But it's going to have to do with a little bit more transparency from all those above, letting us know what's really going on in all aspects of this thing, you know? When you see data and then they're not following that data, it just gets weird, you know? It gets really weird. We have to remember, you know, like to have an idea that, look, we're going to give you guys something that says that you're good. You went and you did it. You're good. So when you go places, you could just be like, shh, check it out. I'm good. Like, oh, good. Look, all these people are good. But as soon as the good people were able to get and share, that good thing means nothing. Someone said, oh, you know, yeah, I was at a place the other day. I was so happy. I went in there and I showed that I was good. And that means everybody else was good too. I said, yeah, but you or any of them could have had this thing because that thing isn't stopping it from spreading around. So what's the point of that I'm good thing? The I'm good thing is just as good as saying I don't have anything. Because we're all still potentially out there doing that spreading, you know? So it's kind of a reality that we're all living with, but it would be nice if they were just saying, you know what, yeah, that's true. That doesn't work anymore. Maybe if we come up with something that does, that would be an option. But it's not a thing. It's not a reality. The reality isn't there where that thing makes you good. That thing most certainly does not make you good. Something happened on like a Carnival cruise line as well recently. Check that out. They were fully rude, and I don't know, something like 17 cases at the end. Like, what? Look, you don't know until you know. You know what I mean? But look, I appreciate you guys. Remember, tomorrow is the big 980 in a row. Can you believe that? 980 days in a row? Sheesh. We're getting closer and closer to the finale. What's the finale? There is no finale. It's just episode 1000 in a row, which is pretty cool. I am going to play you one more thing. This is the second part of So You Think You Can Dance. You saw the first part. You need to see the second part before we call it a night. So, here we go. Oops. So You Think You Could Dance to the Uma Thurman. You got in trouble for doing the Uma. Yeah.
Tonight's top story, missing teenager Kate Wallace.
She was so happy.
You know, when I used to go and dance as a kid even, I never ever went halfway. It was like full force. You jump through the freaking ceiling. You do like spins and flipperoos or whatever. You just got to get into it. You got to let your body get into the music. And to me, I never understood that. Like, no, sorry, I can't go like this. I'm not going to the club and being like this. What's up? What's going on? What do you got doing over there? Yeah, that's cool. What's going on over there? That's cool. Yeah, he went to the Travolta. You can't do that. You went backwards, Uma Thurman? You know, I was like, I get going like front side Uma, like, but when you go backside, that one's a little bit too crazy. I think that one, we may have to have you committed. Oh yeah, we had to commit them. Why? What happened? They went like this. They were on the dance floor. Oh yeah, let's totally bring them right into the insane asylum. We have to have them looked at immediately. I see you were brought in yesterday. Let me see the chart. Oh, you were doing an Uma Thurman again. Bellevue? You gotta go to Bellevue. What'd you do? Uma Thurman. What? What the hell's Uma Thurman? Well, it's when you're on the dance floor and everybody's dancing normally and you go like... They come and they put you a straitjacket. Like, this guy's got to freaking go. What was that? What was that? We're here, we're listening to like 50 Cent. Everybody's like crunking and doing all, they're like, and you're sitting there going, they took you away, straight jacket. They had to have you looked at 24 hours, 48 hours. I think so. It is 92 hours, 96 hours, 124-hour leave. They had to do like a stay overnight, check you out, make sure you're okay, you know, because you were doing something weird. What were you doing that was weird? You ever heard of an Uma Thurman? Yeah. Look, I don't mind Uma Thurman, you know. I just think that she could have done a little better. Maybe she could have done like the whole hand. Like, what's more fierce? Let's look, ready? Let's be honest. Here we go. What's more fierce? Or, right? I mean, I would have gone full hand. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't have like choreographer and Pulp Fiction wasn't like, hold on a minute, Travolta, doing a great job. Uma, I like the thing you're going for when you're doing the old, but it looks a little like we want you to look fierce, you know, seriously. Like, we're talking about the fact that your husband could kill Vincent Vega, like just squish him in his hands, you know, because your husband is the man. So what we're going to do is this. Marcellus Wallace, your husband, he let you go tonight with Vincent Vega, known pimp / playboy. He's got ideas with you tonight. Watch out, though. That's heroin in his pocket. It's not cocaine. You're going to put it on the table and be like, this is really good. Big problem. Sticks the needle in your friggin' heart. Yeah, that's how it goes. I'm telling you the future, Uma. But here's the thing. In this scene, what I want you to do is drop the stupid 2-finger thing where you're going like this. Oh, look at my eyes. Show him the face. Show him the face. Give him your tiger face. Ready? I want you to go. Can you do that? Like, right now you're going. And you're giving him like, you know, kind of like serious eyes where you get like the cat eye going thing. But I'm talking about where you may scratch your face when you do it. That's how seriously you're into this you are. Like, I want you to be like that, and then you're good, right? And then we have the best scene ever with Travolta. Travolta, I want you to do it back in reverse, but I want you to go backwards with your hands like this. And I want you to scratch her face. So she's going like this, scratching her face like this, and then you scratch her face too, but like this. Like that. So we're getting a double, actually 4 scratches on Uma's face. After we flip the camera around, we see her. She's got to go to the hospital immediately. Bandaged face. We're going to have plastic surgery. But we got the shot. Right, guys? You all ready, everybody? Okay, from 1. Ready? Let's see. Here we go. On 1. And action. Let's see it. That was perfect. That one right there, I think was absolutely perfect. Uma, cut. Let's move to the next scene. Oh, wait, hold on. She got cut, literally. Hold on. Do we have a medic? Uma's face is a complete mess right now. But that was the last scene, though, of the movie, right? Okay, good. No problem. Just send her off. Shit. Oh, that's right. No, that was the scene when right before she goes to get the needle in the chest. Let her face recover. Okay, give us 3 weeks. We'll do the rest of the shots. We'll come back to Uma's, you know, normal-looking face, and then we'll stick a needle in her chest. When she wakes up from the needle in the chest, let's see if she'll go like this. Which maybe just 2 fingers for that one. Oh my goodness. We got another bit from that. I thought that was a one-timer. Wasn't a one-timer. We got a double-decker now. That was a double-decker right there, guys. Oh my goodness, friends and fam. We did it again. 979 days in a row, and tomorrow we do it all over again. So until then, Anna, Trish, Vance, anybody else that's out there, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, you got to go away. You got to go